I'll be reacting to Selection Project Episode 6. I will be viewing it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 3, 2, 1, go. Kadokawa. And now Funimation's Kaguya SL logo. Dang, dang, even like the sunshine effect too that it had. Okay, now it's back. I was wondering what type of crazy shit the girls are going to be doing next. Selection Pro. So even that's pretty much. It feels like all the logo work has a lot of creativity in the series. I'll give them credit for that. Oh yeah. And it was bound to happen considering that these are the main groups of girls that the series is following too. It was bound to happen. Especially in anime when you have things like, oh yeah, this has never happened before, and then it usually happens. That type of stuff usually happens in anime. Not just anime, but movies too. That's actually kind of adorable. I like the dramatic drum roll sound. Huh. Okay, then. That should actually be pretty easy for... This is actually going to give advantage to the groups with higher amounts of people. Because if we look at a... Okay, Nanoka's like perfect the way she is, though. I don't think she has to change anything about herself physically. I mean, I wonder what's got Shizune worried. I mean, I guess I could see why. Some people are self-conscious about their looks. Like, some people can look perfectly fine or beautiful, and they're just nervous about how they look like. So I guess I could see why she'd have some reasonable concern. Out of the way. Oh, man, I'm pumped up for this. Because the previous episode was a reassuring sign that, at the very least, it didn't feel like there were many parallels with Idly Pride. So I hope this episode continues on that trend. At least I hope. Well, then again, I don't know if it was Shido's foreshadowing, but Shizune did say my heart could jump out of my chest, and I'm like, ooh, that be giving me some Sakura vibes from Idly Pride. Because I remember in that series, Sakura had like a heart surgery in order to survive. So I hope that a girl doesn't have a back surgery where she required a heart surgery. Because it does. I'm gonna be, I don't even know how to react at that point. At that point, I'd be wondering, did the scriptwriter who wrote Idly Pride also sell his scripts to this series under like a different pen name? That's what I'd be wondering at that point if that were to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I don't think any of them fit them works out. And there's actually one of the few instances where fan service would actually fit into the narrative too. They all look pretty nice, actually. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it all kind of. Oh! Yeah, now that we close up, it actually is more villain than I could have imagined. But it fits all their personalities, though. Yeah, that actually fits all their personalities. I mean, she's the youngest one, though. I don't think it's childish at all. It fits her. Yeah, it has like the nice style on the arms and all that. And I love how we're getting some chemistry being built up between the master and the mistress here. They're actually legitimately complimenting each other. That's sweet. Um. Oh man, the reaction from all the girls. It kind of does, but I'm assuming Shizune has her reasons. Probably it's just some self confidence issues. It happens. Okay, at least as far as the series has shown so far, Shizune doesn't seem like the most confidence in herself individual in the series. I'm assuming it's about who looks the most stylish. Kind of like that because it's playing. Even if you lose, you could still actually get some yells. Aww. And I like how they continue that motherly thing when it comes to Mako because at least they're there. Whoa. Okay, it has to be. I kind of like this, even though yes, Serena's talking a little bit rough. She's at least trying. Whoa! I kind of like this. Serena's trying to push Shizune into the proper direction, at the very least, showing a bit more confidence in herself. I like that. At least some decent characterization. Overall, anyway. They actually animate the volleyball sequences pretty well, actually. I ain't gonna lie. This doesn't feel fair at all. Like they put the two youngest ones against the other two that are older. That's kind of fucked up if you ask me. How is that? How is putting Mako now on the same team fair? They should have like balanced it out by putting like one of the younger ones with like the most athletic girl, and Mako with someone that's not too young to at the very least balance up the groups. I'm just saying. I mean, it makes sense when it comes to Shizune. Oh boy. I'm assuming it's gonna be setting itself up for a nice tense moment because I don't think she'd be separated from the other girls for no reason. And speaking of which, yeah, they did mention in the previous episode that she left to a different room to change. So that actually. Now, this is how you implement flashbacks. Well, because here, at the very least, they're giving emotional build up. Thing about this Shizune is there is no way she's lying about that. I'm assuming it's just she has confidence issues about herself, her body. Hmm. Oh, that's actually really dang sweet. Because it shows you how much she values Sune as a rival and saying that. Hmm. Oh, so she actually did. Well, oh boy. Now it's really fucking copying Natalie Pride. This reminds me exactly of the situation of Sakura from Natalie Pride, where she had a heart transplant and she got the heart from Mana. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this series actually has Argyle get the heart coincidentally from the sister of Reina. I hope at least they don't go that far. Oh man, man, that's at this point that's way too many parallels with Ali Pride to be just a coincidence at this point. Aww. I like the better character on Leonard Reina too, though, where she acknowledges when she oversteps her bounds, and she shows how much she's grown too. Is that really the best way of tackling it, though? I mean, I understand where she's going at, but that's really sweet seeing her selflessness there. And I love it that, like, until after hearing that, it looks like they're finally starting to click Ren and Shizune, at least from a chemistry standpoint. Now, that is exactly what I love to see here. I mean, I gotta admit, these scenes are kind of adorable in their own way, but I'd rather see the girls practicing, singing, rehearsing, things of that nature, you know? Or hell, having the girls interact with each other, because having the girls and no, okay, the stuff involving known is actually hilarious. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that. But it's just that with the format of the girls being interviewed, I'm feeling the running stuff is using that too much as a crutch, because in them doing that, it's gonna be hard for them to develop the chemistry between the lesser used girl. Oh man, that's too cute. Okay, gotta admit, the way the starfish is actually rendered with the sun is actually pretty cute. Oh, okay. There are actually some nice things in there. That's cool. Oh man. I just hope Raina reins it in and she doesn't say anything. But you can tell she's tempted, going by the way she's reacting. Oh boy. I mean, hey, I mean, if it's the win, then you're supposed to be calculative, though. That's the thing. That's not planning, though. That's just going with the flow. Out of all the things, I was just reacting to the situation that she was in, and she just happened to be the girl with the most advantages athletically, and she was able to dominate in the volleyball game. Yeah, Mako actually did. That's a damn good point. Bullshit! The footage is there. She is scared. But that actually was one of the cutest things involving the mistress, I ain't gonna lie. I'm assuming, oh yeah, because she's signing the scar. I'm not gonna. You can tell that Rena's feeling uncomfortable about holding out that secret and keeping it from everyone else. But you can tell she wants to respect Chizune's wishes so badly too. Fuck, and that's the only thing I'm worried for because if say Shizune performs too. Fuck. Oh boy. No. Let's hope they don't figure out. Because I think that if the reveal comes out that Shizune has a scar, it should come out at the natural time. I just hope it comes out through those circumstances. Oh man, Anoka is just such a sweetheart. Whoa! No, Anoka looks great though. She doesn't look like she needs to diet. They actually all look pretty fit, if you ask me. That's kind of what I wish. I wish they showed off some of the other girls like Nagisa. Just to actually get more of a grasp for it. Because all the scenes that she's in are fun. I just feel they don't utilize her enough. Okay, yeah, that's a damn good point. Usually Rena is a hard ass when it comes to everything regarding Shizune. The thing is that whenever someone says don't worry about me, that usually causes the other parties to worry about that specific person saying don't worry about me, though. I think it feels like she's gonna come out with it. I'm assuming she finally revealed it. Or not. Oh, okay, good. It's but there's still people though with the mics and all of that. I was hoping that Shizune would come out with only the girls talking and no one else watching, you know? But I guess since they are in that place, I mean they can't really have those type of luxuries. Oh. Whew. Okay, good. Oh. I mean, everyone has their own personal reasons, though. I can get why some of them would pry in super deeply, though, even though they shouldn't, because youngins do that. And they are so prone to curiosity that they step beyond the bounds of what they should step into. Oh, Morinoka is just trying to like disperse the tension. I'm not gonna blame her for her doing what she's doing. I mean, they both got good points. No, and I love how this is a showing of selflessness from Shizune. Yeah, they had better stop recording. Good, good. Hell, I was kind of hoping that the people recording weren't even in that room. I was just hoping for the girls only. But hey, you know what? This is better than nothing. And that's just gotta take a lot of toughness in admitting something like that. And no, hell no, it's not her fault. She, because she can't control the fact that she was born with a heart that's, and she can't control the fact that she needed a surgery. You know, there's nothing wrong about it. Yeah, she does. I mean, to persevere that far, despite her circumstances, shows you how much of a strong lady she is. She deserves those cheers. That's where I think Shizune needs to like. She needs more self confidence in herself, but I can understand why she wouldn't have much of it though. I gotta admit, the animation. Oh no, no! Don't think it's gonna end. Oh fuck. Okay, great episode though. I fucking loved it. Even though, yes, it took a little bit more from Idly Pride than I would have wanted, it was still a great episode nonetheless because it did enough to differentiate itself from Idly Pride. Because at the very least here, because in Idly Pride, when Sakura revealed the fact that she had a heart surgery, it was treated more of a matter of fact. Here, they treat it with a lot more emotional intensity, having the girls curious about why she wouldn't want this wear the swimsuit, seeing how much it emotionally was affecting Shizune, and the pain and look in her eyes is definitely a stark contrast towards how Idly Pride handled it. So good on the series for doing that. And that's the type of stuff I love. Hell, just 6 episodes in, and I feel like it's, at least from a narrative standpoint, it's already a lot more healthier than Idly Pride is because at least they're not rushing. Well, at least everything involving Shizune Reina isn't being rushed. So I'll give it credit for that. Oh, after credits. Yeah, okay. I was kind of getting worried that it was going to end because I wanted more, and thankfully I got my wish. And even if it's for like a few more seconds. Oh. Aww. Well, then that didn't on an even sadder note, but nonetheless, great episode. Now, let me break down why I thought the episode was great, though, because aside from the amazing scene, this episode is carried by everything else. For example, I love how they built up tension regarding Shizune's circumstances. It was nice actually getting to see the girls constantly get annoyed with the lack of answers, and I'm not gonna blame them because it's realistic. Like we're talking about girls that competed. Some of them probably their whole lives for a competition like this. So yeah, they wouldn't want to have forks in the road preventing them from performing to the best of their abilities. For so some of the girls being absolutely utterly impatient, it's realistic. It actually really is. So that's why I thought the episode did a realistic job in portraying the attitude from the girls. And here's another thing I loved about this episode, too, that I'm also going to give it credit for. I love the fact that it had some nice comedic sequences here and there, but simultaneously, all those bits where Reina was sticking up for Shizune were so satisfying, especially considering the fact that in the first few episodes, she was such a hard ass. It was refreshing to see her finally change her mindset and become a much more lovable and likable individual. So that's what I thought narratively the episode did a great job. And from a character standpoint, it did a lot of substantial progress. We see Reina stick up for Shizune after, of course, she figures out her circumstances. We see how much faith Reina has in Shizune, because in saying that she wouldn't feel satisfied with the victory if she isn't able to take on Shizune to the best of her abilities was dang nice, because even though, yes, she is a hard ass, she said all this before she found out that she's going to have this surgery. So that puts extra weight into Reina's worth, because it shows you how much she acknowledges the abilities of Shizune in a roundabout way. So, and hearing that it made Shizune happy was nice. And I love how it shows you how strong Shizune is, to see how far she persevered despite coming through circumstances of getting through like a rough surgery like that. And then having the guts to mention all that to the other idols was really impressive. So that's why I thought this is a great character piece for Shizune, and it made her a much more memorable character. And that's why, from a character standpoint, the episode did a fantastic job. And while, yes, you could argue that I may have rushed things for the other characters like Nagisa and Roka and all the other girls, yeah, going into the series, watching the first episode, that's always going to be a flaw. Because in this series, it's natural that the characters that are going to get the lion's share of the developments are going to be Shizune, Reina, and if we're lucky, one of the other girls. So that's a given. But regardless of the fact that at least the key girls are getting development, and I love that. At least it ain't like Utterly Pride, where it was some kind of like Frankensteinish abomination where it tried to develop each of the girls and it failed at developing certain girls because it had too many of them. I think it had a bigger cast in this series, actually, and it felt so dang hard. At least in this series, we see enough about some of the individual girls where we could say, all right, at least when it comes to the girls that are not the main two, we at least get some superficial details. In Utterly Pride, aside from Katona, Sakura, and Mana, the other girls got just like fuck off nothing in comparison. So that's another good sign that I see going in favor of this series over Utterly Pride anyway. And the animation was actually good. I'm surprised they actually animated the volleyball sequences. Reason why I say that is because as a guy who's seen almost all the non-sequel spin-off animes, whenever there's volleyball involved in anime, especially fan service episodes, it usually looks like shit. Here, no, it looked pretty damn good. So that's another positive I think went into the favor of the episode, and that's why got to give the episode, you know what, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10, because the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it had a lot of positive qualities going for it. And yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I would really love to hear your thoughts and how you feel about my reaction, or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the bit, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.